everybody, and welcome back to From Guiseley to Greatness with me, GW365's Football Manager 2015. If you joined us last time, we won, I believe. Let's just go to the schedule, see the latest run results. Yeah, we beat Lowestoft 1-0. Since then, we've had a couple of games. We had Gainsborough, which we won 4-2, which we'll go into the highlights now. We had a Darren Anderton own goal. So, let us go into the highlights. Go for the goals. Go. It's just going to load slightly. See how we fared. We won 4-2. It was quite a comprehensive win. Corner came in. Ganderton, who's like a palman, Darren Anderton, is kicking about somewhere. Long ball over the top, over there. I'm just looking for when the goal's going to hit. It's going to be very shortly. So the long ball was played forward by Butts. Hold was headed down. Anderton played a long ball over the top, I believe. Yep, great ball for Boys. Boys crossed it in, and Johnson powered it with the back of his head. Rewind that if you want to see it hit the back of his head. It went in. Superb assist, so great bit of play actually, to be fair. Then the second goal came low. It's like a fairly long highlight here. Park collected the ball. Good tackle by Low. And then Johnson gets on it here, gets tackled by Ganderton. Hammond's Darren Anderton. Surprise, surprise, that is Hackney. It's not Wallage, that's Hackney who was injured. Surprise, surprise. He's becoming a massive liability. Just wait and see while a later game. Here came the goal. Ball was squared. Boys returned the favour to him from Johnson to score his 10th goal of the season. And then the comeback was on. Yates with a corner. Killick cleared away. It's a very long highlight. Let's just speed this up a little bit. Butts took a long kick downfield. Binns was there. And then Forrest played a ball to Stamp. I can't remember this goal. Oh, that was it. A through ball from Stockdale following the tackle. And they made it Drench pay. Jake Park was the man. With his 4 finishing or 5 finishing, I can't remember. So then, it's gone off it for some reason. So this is when the next goal came. Right, so Akito got it out wide on the left. Cross came in very deep, low. Could have probably left it to be fine. Kieran Turner, former Geyser man, I believe, laid it back to Russell. Russell played it to Binns. Stamp, that was going out of play. Stamp's got 4 pace. But then Darren Anderton, under no pressure whatsoever, turns it into his own net. Very disappointing. Then, if we go on to the next one, Low. This is where we're thinking, maybe things could go pear-shaped, but no. Guys are struck back. Boys crossed in towards the back post. It's cleared away, and then Johnson beat Yates to it, powers it to an empty net to make it 3-2. And then right at the last, there was another goal. Russell collecting the ball, long ball forward, intercepted by Killick with a long ball, and then Mullen with an instinctive header over the top of the keeper, and apparently he never meant it, but you tell me he didn't mean to flick it over him. He clearly saw him, looked over his shoulder, saw the keeper on rushing, and just flicked it over. And that was the end of the game. So that was that one. Leave this. And then we played Gloucester away. So two away games. And if we get into the highlights, let's go for the goals. Not many chances in this game, quite a dull affair. There was a red card in this, so we'll probably show that as well. So the ball was played to Low, knocked it forward, Charlie beaten in the air, but it fell to Stockdale. We found Boys playing on the left hand side again, because surprise, surprise, Hackney wasn't fit. Charlie played it in, and Johnson, that was a great finish first time, if I do say so myself. Great goal. So then we move forward to the next goal. Drench with the goal kick, free kick. Played it long. Johnson was in behind. Route 1 football, it's fine. It's Charlie getting his goal, which I've just remembered when I did sign these players, I didn't look at who we signed them from. That will come shortly. And then showing you the red card. Second yellow here. Capitani, just a little touch with his left shin bone. And there he goes, a red card. That was the end of that game. Then you're looking here, and you're looking, what the hell happened, GW? 3-0 loss. Well, I'll tell you exactly what happened here. Right, before any goals are shown, I will load up just goals, but I will show you what happens. I'm just going to pause it before anything happens as well. So let's just pause it, right? Ollie Johnson comes back. He's back. Guess who's back with a brand new bag? Ollie Johnson is back after being out for 5 weeks. Observe. In fact, can I get right to the beginning? There we go. Observe. Yes, that's right. Ollie Johnson kicked the ball and found himself injured. Fantastic. And then not long after that, they got a goal. And this is how it happened. So Platt robbed Holdsworth of the ball. This is after Tolson started crying, saying, I'm not getting enough game time. So I put him in at right, but put Holdsworth into the middle. And pretty similar to Mullen's goal in the last game. A nice finish, instinctive header. To be fair, I couldn't take my hat off. I could only take my hat off to him. Another thing to note is we had a new goalkeeper in Jay Lynch. He's rated 5 stars, even with a new assistant manager with 12 judging current ability and 11 potential. I'll come on to him later. But he was cleared away, and what am I doing here? I need to get to here, but the next goal was. The throw came in, Pilkington, you could just feel the goal coming on here. Cook got it, squared it to Guy, and he beat a very, very disappointed Lynch at his near post. And we had a lot to do. I changed it to 4-5-1. Nothing seemed to happen at all. Just a flurry of yellow cards, as you can see here. And then we just come on to the next highlight. Let's get on to it. Come on, I'd like to drag this, please. I don't want the world's longest highlight. Oh, penalty, that's right. That's what the penalty was given for. Don't even know what happened there. I was about the space to say answers on a postcard. But no postcards. Poor game here from Stockdale. As someone plays a game. Dark Souls 2. TM. And yes, that was the end of that game. So that's how it finished last time out. So I'm going to go into our transfers, and I'm going to go into our transfer history, because Stephen Drench is going to, believe it or not, Barnsley FC. He's actually joining Barnsley. He's actually moving up after playing so bad for £0, but that won't happen until the 1st of January. So we know who we got these guys from, the early ones. We'd signed a lot of players that aren't really going to do anything for us. We signed Elliot Osborne earlier on. He was released from Port Vale. Then we signed Elliot Patak, who was released from Sheffield United. So they've got some decent pedigree in terms of how they started off. We've got Carl Pleavin, who was just a pay-as-you-play. He was released by Chester. He's probably not going to do anything for us. Rakeem Banton has got a lot of promise. Well, he had a lot of promise, according to my scouts that have their 6 judging potential. He was released from Mansfield, and the last time he played was... Well, he hasn't played. It was last season. He was at Mansfield. 17-year-old, so I took a punt. Callum Challinor, another striker that's playing pay-as-you-play. Not very good. These are the ones that I signed before I got the current batch that you'll see shortly. He was released from Gateshead, so it's not a very high level that I've signed him from. Sean Mullen, however, he's one of the players that has done alright. Very creative to say that he's got 3 passing. He was released from Sheffield Wednesday, so he's got a decent pedigree, and as you can see, potential is at least 3.5 star. And this is with a decent coach, decent assistant manager judging it. Matthew Bartlett, he is a defender that I signed. He's a pay-as-you-play. Looks half decent, but he's only judged as 1 star and is worse than everyone else. He's behind Shea Killick, Danny Lowe, Danny Ellis, and Kieran Welledge. Danny Lowe, interestingly, is shown here as better than Danny Ellis and Welledge in the middle. Not going to say I'm going to agree with that. And he used to play for, Port Vale again, another one from Port Vale. So then we move on to Greg Stewart, a midfielder in the centre. 12 passing vision was decent as well, but he's judged to be the 6th best central midfielder, behind the likes of Andy Holdsworth, Jake Moult, Darren Anderton, or Gavin Rothery as is otherwise known, Brandon Wilson on loan, and Elliot Osborne. So, and he was signed, Scottish. from Peterborough. Well, not from Peterborough, but he was released by Peterborough. So then we move on to... Should have done this a while ago, so I apologise. Jack Horan, another player that's probably not going to play, but is there as backup just in case in the under-21s. He was signed after being released by Rochdale last season. Then we got Doris Richards, which I can't help but say, hey Sanka, you're dead. Yeah, man. He looks actually decent, but he's still seen as the 6th best, and he's not on a part-time contract. Either foot interested me, I have to say, and his flair's pretty decent as well. But yeah, it's just a case of, because he's not got a contract, it doesn't seem worth it for playing him at the moment. I believe he's on a £65 appearance fee, which isn't like the other player that I've got. It's on £7. So then we've got the Italian Matteo Capitani, who's done he's done okay. He's not performed brilliantly, but he's got a goal and a couple of assists. So, but he has got very good stats. He was released by Derby County after playing in Serie A. Well, playing for the Serie A teams Bologna and Parma. Obviously, Parma have got their off-field problems at the moment and getting massively relegated. Now, then we go into Ryan Charnley, who actually signed because he was a non-contract player for free from Flyde, the team who was in the same league as us. They got relegated last season. He played 7 games 2 years ago. Played 1 game for him. Sorry, last season. Played 1 game for him this year before I snapped him up on a free. And things that I did find interesting was his decent heading stat, his decent finishing stat, decent pace. Fitness was okay as well, and stamina. Strength is only 1, which is a bit ridiculous. But he's only 17. That's one of the reasons I opted to get him. And look at this star rating here, 4-star at least. And if I look at him here, it doesn't actually say. Normally it does. It says like whether they think he's a decent player. Like for instance, if I show you the last one, well, I'll come to that eventually. We did get Brandon Wilson, as you can see, from Burnley. He's Australian. Aaron Miles was another goalkeeper that I brought in, who was basically a potential player. Again, he's on pay as you play, so he's going to be the current backup as soon as Stephen Drench goes. Then we've got Jay Lynch from Salford, of all teams. 5-star rating for both. If you go into the report screen, it says here, decent play for most Sky Bet League 2 sides. So I'm thinking, yeah, he's going to be absolutely fantastic. Let's snap him up. And then he goes and lets in 3 goals on his debut against one of the teams nearest to the bottom, I believe. So if I go to the schedule, it's not schedule, the competition, and look where Barrow are. Barrow are currently 18th. So as you can imagine, I was very disappointed to lose that game. Not only at home, but in general. And we find ourselves 4 points off the top of the league, having played a game more. But enough. In fact, one last thing before enough jibber jabber. We've got a new assistant manager, Tim Coe. Welcome aboard. He has got half decent stats for attacking, defending, mental and tactical and technical. More importantly, he's got these here, and his tactical knowledge is 10 as well. Motivating is 13. Overall, I think he's going to be very good at this level. £275 a week is a bit bad. Oh, one other thing to mention as well, which I completely forgot with regards to the transfer history. Danny Boschel has left the building, as well as Nicky Boschel. So both the Boschel brothers have gone. He was on £250 a week. I thought, get rid of him because he's using up quite a substantial amount of our wage fund. So, with that now, if we go to home, we're now £515 per week, minus £300 for Stephen Drench, I believe, once he leaves. So the squad I'm pretty happy with at the moment, although Ollie Johnson really annoyed me last time and I'm very tempted to get rid of him. He's on £250 a week, and if he's just going to get injured after 1 minute, after one kick should I say, there's no hope for him, is there? He might as well just retire and become, I don't know, an office jockey or something. I don't know. We've got some decent players here though, with potential ratings of 4 at least, but maybe 5. Hackney, the assistants are saying that he should be just basically set to back, no longer needed, basically, and I'm kind of inclined to agree. However, I've got no one better at left midfield. I'm out to play Adam Boyes there at the minute. But yeah, as I was saying before, enough jibber jabber. Let's get into the match preview. This is what you'd probably come to see more than likely. So Andy Johnson, it didn't quite work out. I would like to drop Ryan Tolson. If he cries, he's on £250 a week. I am probably going to get rid of him. I'm probably going to just use someone else's backup. Andy Holdsworth, his fitness is probably good enough to see him through every game of the season, because he is actually that fit in terms of his fitness levels are high, and I think he is fit and want to have relations with him. No, definitely not. Jack Stockdale, welcome back to the team. You were sorely missed on the last game, I'm not going to lie. Ollie Johnson, as good as you were at the beginning of the season with your 3 goals early doors, I'm going to swap you for Mullen. And Mullen's going to have a start in the advanced forward role. And Adam Johnson, why do I keep calling him that? Alex Johnson is going to go into the poacher's role, because that seemed to work quite well in the previous couple of games. Alex Johnson has found his feet, and he seems to be doing okay. So, we are the favourites. Not as... Well, I'll apply that, weaker foot. Not as, clear-cut favourites as what we normally are. We apparently lost the last time we played Leamington. So let's go out there and kick their ass. That's basically what we want to see. Wayne Brooksby, why are you nervous? There's no pressure on you. No reaction. Danny Lowe, thank you for listening and looking so keen while doing so. So here we go. The kickoff is taken from Wint, by Wint even. Gabsy now to Magunda. Is this going to be a false highlight, or is it actually going to be a chance? Well, that's a good ball to Hubbins down the outside of Lowe. Crosses in, and Lynch, good catch. Probably good that he did make that catch early doors. So, I've actually moved the thing around as well. I liked the fact that behind here is Sky Sports HD1, which I think is pretty neat. So I moved it around so I can still see their formation, and I can still see the match stats. So here comes Morley on the left hand side, crosses in, and that is terrible defending for Waleji, who just let it go straight through his legs, I believe. Terrible defending. Don't get me wrong, it's a great ball from Gabsy to find Morley, and Morley swung it in. Waleji just tried to fart on it as it came past, because he just turned his back on it. And yeah, we are getting overrun in midfield, which kind of is discouraging. Wayne Brooksby has picked up a knock. That will signal a change in formation unless we score here. Here comes Boyes. Swings it in towards the back post, and Brooksby has missed an absolute sitter. He'll probably blame it on the injury, but I do not believe that. I think that is one of the worst misses of all time. It should have been a goal. Should have been, and probably would have been. Was he more clinical in front of goal? There's a great ball to Lowe, though. Great ball in, but Atkins makes it. And we are going to make a change early doors. I know it's a bit rash, but we are going to change to 4-5-1. Stockdale is going to go there. Mullen, it's Alex Johnson can go on the right. Mullen can go up top on his own. And yeah, I'm happy with you there. Brooksby, you just need to come off for a ball-winning midfielder in the shape of Brandon Wilson. There we go. We can make a change later on to make it put it back to 4-4-2, but I'm thinking more they've got 5 in midfield, so I'm trying to put the 5 in midfield for us. Although 2 of them are pushed quite far forward. So we are the favourites, and this will not do. Where's your passion, lads? Do you not want to win this game? Are you schmucks? So let's just try and galvanise the team with our words. Come on, boys. I have faith in you. You should be able to win this game easily. Possession has been pretty good, to be fair. We are probably very unlucky. But with passing like that, we're not going to do anything. So, Aaron Wint, the difference at the moment. Terrible defending is the difference from Waleji. That's the difference. So now we're taking a bit of control of it. They've actually gone to 4-4-2. But here comes a corner. It's headed away by Magunda. Now it's Stockdale. Good first time ball to Malt, which swings it in again. And Mullen is there! And he's powered it past Atkins on the volley. Great bit of play, and we are going to change. Changes. We're just going to pause it as well so we don't go too far ahead. And we are going to go back to 4-4-2. Stockdale, you're going to go in the ball-winning midfield position. Malt, you know, you've done okay. 6.7 is not terrible, but you are going to come off. Alex Johnson, you're going to go into the advanced forward role again. Mullen, you're going to swap to the advanced role again. And we are going to bring on the right-hand side Ollie Johnson? Well, we can't really. Andy Holdsworth, what are you like there? You're not actually that bad. You're competent. Let's just bring us on Ryan Tolson at right back then. We'll leave one more change for later. But yeah, the injury to Brooksby was a bit of a worry. But we have got players that can pick up positions on the outs on the wings. So here comes another chance for Guiseley. Thrown into Alex Johnson. Back it goes to Lowe. Swings it in. It's a decent ball, and it's just hit Tilney in the face and gone in. Fantastic finish, Tilney. I don't exactly know what you're doing, but it's just literally come off his face. Swung in high. And it's just literally bounced off his noggin and just gone in. Looks like it came off his face at first glance, but in actual fact, I think it's just hit his head. But, good header, son. Good header. Hubbins now. Well, gee, it's a bit of a mix-up, but Lynch collects it well. And it's 2-1 at the moment. Capitani is getting ready to come on in the poacher role. But he is going to swap with Sean Mullen. So let's confirm and give a team talk. I think there's a lot more to come from you. Do it. Do it now. Come on. So Lynch kicks it not so much long down the field, but Wilson brings it down well. Now it's Holdsworth on his right hand side. Good tackle. Platt takes over. Now it's Forstick. Oh, it's the original Platt. It's David Platt, the one who scored those two scintillating goals, which that's quite a decent word for me. Is that scintillating? But here comes Lowy with a great interception and plays a long ball forward for Mullen, who's in behind here. Mullen 1-on-1 with the keeper. He's put it wide. 7 finishing for you. And then there's not really another highlight at the minute. Andy Holdsworth gets his 5th yellow card of the season, meaning he's going to miss the next game. Forstick in behind here. Can he force an opening to force again? Another force. Extra time. But this is a better performance. Cleared away by Killick for another corner. Deep into injury time. We're into the 4th minute of 3. Headed away by Killick. Now Wilson there. All he has to do is power it away, but he doesn't even need to do that because a full-time whistle goes. And Leamington are beaten after beating us 4-1 in the first game of the season. Very happy, lads. Very happy. Well done. We'll just get the roundup of this. Late victory. We'll go to the match confidence. 60% or so. 56. That's not far off. Great win. Great comeback. I'm very happy with that. We go to the schedule. First game of the season, I believe it was. Leamington trounced us 4-1. So to come back and destroy them in their own gaff is very pleasing. And our next game is Stockport away. Although they were probably one of the favourites to go up, we've got another FA Trophy first round. I'm tempted to play that one next time. But saying that, then we've got Leamington, we're 8th. We've got Harrogate, who was 17th, and Flyde of 5th. I'll probably go on until to the Flyde game, if I'm honest with you. So hopefully you'll join us for that. But for now, hopefully you have enjoyed this video. If you haven't, press that like button. If you'd like to see more, feel free to subscribe. And don't forget to check out the Facebook page so you can keep up to date with when videos are coming out, basically. The link is in the description. And yeah, any feedback at all from this series that I'm doing at the minute, it's greatly appreciated. I am trying to get the faces on. I am trying to get the badges, so then you can get like the I don't know, let's type in first one that comes into my head. Newcastle United. It'd be that one. It's still showing like this, you see. You've got this, and all your players are white as well. Apparently they're rich. I didn't realise they were so rich, but anyway. But all these badges suck a massive dong. So I'm going to try and do something to rectify it. I've been looking at tutorials and things, but so far I've not had the success that I would dearly desire. That I do dearly desire. But until next time, I'll see you then. Bye bye.